Salutations, friends and strangers of the interwebs. Welcome back to the channel. I am Said Stevie, and today I'm going to do some disassemblance and maintenance. Disassemblance? Disassembly? Disassembly. No disassemble Johnny 5. I'm going to do some disassembly and maintenance on the Sparrow Knife Company Finrir Kansept Collaboration. Perhaps you saw my overview video that just posted. It was rushed, I'll admit it. I'm trying to do an attempt at making videos that aren't so long-winded. And I have an idea of doing reviews, not the R word, an overview or first impressions in under 5 minutes, and then save my long-winded rambles for disassembly and maintenance videos, since those are typically pretty long anyway. Quick beverage check. Coffee, black like my soul. Drink it out of my daughter's Stitch mug. It's a nice, bright, warm, sunny day here out on the back porch, like I have been for most of my videos as of late. And yeah, this knife does not need to be tuned at all. It's damn near perfect as is. Action's super smooth, but I figured, why the hell not? Let's take it apart and do a little maintenance on it. So I'm going to get into that, and while I get going, I'll ramble a little bit. I know that I'm going to need two different bits. There is my Good Screw Basic Beach bit driver, my WEA bits. So I'm pointing up like you guys can see. The downside of doing videos outside is you guys get all the background noises. Does that bother you? I've heard a couple of people say it's not that big of a deal. I like being outside. Yeah, you're going to have to deal with some background noises every once in a while, but I don't know. I'm happier outside, and the happier Stevie is, I think the better my videos are. So, let's see here. T6 and T8. Although that's kind of loose in there. Is it a T9? Is it a T9? Is it a T10? Oh, it's a T10 on the pivot. Okay. That's odd. T10 on the pivot, T6 on the body screws. So, correction to my overview video, I said it was a T8. I just assumed it was a T8. I think I'm going to have to take it down from the show or the clip side scale. I don't think I have to remove the pocket clip. In fact, I know I don't, because, yeah. Anywho, let's get on into it. So, as you guys know, I go back to front in removing my screws. So, one thing I pointed out in my overview that I do like about this knife is, oh, look at, they got, oh no, thread locker on there. Although they use the T6 button head style screws, which I really don't like, they have them countersunk into the titanium of the scales, and I think that's a nice touch. So, props to them on that. This is my first Kansept knife. Kansept, tomato. And I'm impressed with the fit and finish of this knife so far. We'll see if things change when I take this apart, but I don't know if this is a captured pivot or not. No, it's not. So we are free spinning there. Is it going to break loose? No. Or do I have to take it down from the... Nope, that's a free spinning pivot. Alright. Pause for a moment. Alright, so since that is a T10 free spinning pivot, I'm going to need to bust out a backup. And how am I going to do this? Alright, so here's how I do it with a free spinning pivot. I put my shorty in this little right angle drill that I drill. So here's how I'm going to do it. I am going to put that on that side, and then have this on this side, and that should help me break it free. And it, well, hold on. Do I have to take it down from the other side? I think maybe I do. No, I don't. Okay. I'm thinking that maybe... No. Okay. I do have to take it down from the other side. Well, there's my problem. Not really a problem. Just, yeah. So this whole thing just came apart, like so. Alright. How am I going to do that then? Let's see here. I'm just going to take the whole thing apart and reconstruct it. So since I got to take it apart from the show side, which, yeah, I like it when I can disassemble from the clip side. But, alright, taking a look at the bearings here. I'm not going to replace the bearings. I'm going to keep them in there. You have plastic bearings. I'm just going to take this whole thing apart. I'll leave the washers in there. It's actually, it's kind of dirty. So we will clean it up here. I'm going to give it a little spritzy spritz with my alcohol. There's that. Get my wiping cloth and wipe down the pockets on the blade. Yeah, there's a fair amount of schmutz in there. Wipe down the... Take out that stop pin too. Those do look like 1/4-inch bearings, but I don't have any more bearings that size anyway, but I don't want to upgrade the bearings in this knife. I don't know why, I just don't. I don't have the weight of this handy, but there's no internal milling on the liners at all. And it looks like if I wanted to, I could pop off these G10 scales. And maybe over time, so I don't mind this, but they have a natural micarta, or a brown micarta, that I really liked. It just didn't have a stonewash blade. It had a satin blade, and I didn't want a satin blade, so this is why I got this. Maybe, I mean, look, I really like this knife. I don't want 2 of them, but maybe I will order the other one and do a scale swap. Can I pop that off of there? Let's just see real quick if that is something I end up deciding to do. Yep, so that easily removes there. So I suppose if I wanted to, I could order the natural or brown micarta, whatever it is, and then do a swap on that, and then have the variant that I really like. One thing I wanted to talk about real quick is the ordering of this. I think was a little, I don't know the right word to use, and I know I'm not alone in feeling this. So when this originally came up for on my radar, this was actually pointed out to me by Pocket Metal, this knife, and I thought it looked dope. And so Sparrow Knife Company, and it's Greg Schob. Again, sorry Greg, I don't know how to pronounce your last name. He explains how this was back on June 8th, that they were going up for sale on his website at a reduced, at the lowest price possible. And I guess it doesn't say that it was going to be an exclusive, but it kind of I think to me implied that this is where you're going to be able to find that knife at a reduced price, and hopped right on it. Well, so I did that. I'm not unhappy with the price that I paid, but they went up on Blade HQ and on White Mountain Knives for the exact same price. And actually, so now if you go and buy it on White Mountain Knives, you could use a discount code. Someone like Matisfaction, who has a 10% off code, and you could have paid even less for this knife than you did buying the website off of sparrowknives.com. I'm not too worried about saving, 15 bucks on the knife or whatever, but I just thought that's a little odd. I don't know. Bugs me just a tiny little bit, but either way, this is a fabulous knife, so I'm not too worried about that. It really is. It's truly, truly an awesome knife. I really, really, really dig this knife. And it looked cool, but I wasn't sure what to expect. Once I got it, yeah, it's one of my favorite knives right now. I think it's done exceptionally well. Not premium materials by any means. S35 VN on the blade, G10. So the other one, this was 159 bucks. I think the Micarta one's like 188, so it's a little bit more expensive. Fairly spendy knife, but again, it's done really well, so it doesn't bother me at all. All right, so since I gotta put this together from the show or the clip side, I'm gonna have to put this pivot back on there, and I have to put these barrel spacers back on. I think it was Pocket Metal that said he wouldn't mind trying to get someone to make him a backspacer for this knife. I agree. Although I'm fine with it not having one, I think having there it is. I think this knife would look better having a barrel or a backspacer. I just think backspacers look really nice, and why is that not going on there? What the hell happened? Why is that not threading into there? Okay, what's going on? Why is that? Okay. Oh, it's because that's the lanyard tube. Haha, or the lanyard hole. You big dummy. That's all me, folks. But yeah, I think having a backspacer on this knife would be cool. So, yeah. Who knows? Maybe that will happen in due time. Someone can make backspacers for these. I think that would be cool. All right. So the reason why I like to take my knives apart from the clip side is so when you are putting things back together, I like for the pivot and the whatever pivot's connected to the barrel, I like for that to be able to sit flush. When you have when you have to take it apart from the other side, your pocket clip always gets in the way. And I guess I could take off the pocket clip, but I don't want to do that. So that's just a personal preference. Again, no big deal. Let's put a little bit of KPL on there. Ooh, it's warm out, so the KPL is nice and runny. So this is going to end up overly lubed. I'm not going to put any on there or on the blade itself, since there's already a lot on there. I will drop a dab on the detent ball, and maybe a little bit on the detent ball hole there. And yeah, so I think I pretty much kind of talked about everything that I needed to during the overview. Not a lot more to say, I guess, during this disassembly, but again, I truly, truly, truly dig this knife. Everything about it, I think, is done really well. Alright, so that pivot backed out there. So that's the problem, is you can't set it flush on the table to make it not want to pop out of there. Why is this not there? It goes, just snapped into place. Alright, let me get that pivot just started a little bit there so it doesn't back out. Let me get these body screws back in. One right there. One right there. So what do you guys think of the knife? Have you guys picked one up yet? I forget who else has, other than Pocket Metal. I know that there's other people that have gotten them in. I just don't remember who that is. So I am going to snug down this pivot here. Now see, it's already popped back out, and I'm able to pop it right back in. So let me just try to tighten that down. Ooh, that doesn't want to, that's why. So, crows. Alright. It's not sitting flush now. There it goes. There it goes. Okay. So, let me... Yep, it is free spinning. I don't understand why they did that. It didn't need to be free spinning. They could have done something with it to not do that. So, again, got that right angle there. And gonna snug that down there. Let's check the centering. Back on center. Let's check the blade play. None. See how it's dropping. Okay, so I gotta loosen it just a skosh. Still on center. Yeah, there we go. Tighten up these body screws. Make sure they're nice and tight on both sides. And then we'll check the centering again. Definitely on center. I think I can loosen that just another smidge. Still on center. No blade play. Yeah. Action, like I said, is buttery smooth. It's done, you know, Kansept just did a great job with the fit and finish on this to make this knife very, very, everything about it is just done really well. Yeah, action is exactly where it needs to be. Detint is super snappy. Every deployment method. I'm also learning how to, can I do it? That cool way of deploying the front flipper. Although it keeps biting me there. Very fidgety. Ergos are great. The only thing I did say is I'd like to see that jimping extended into the thumb ramp. It's done well on the front flipper. It's a little slick right there. So having some jimping would have been nice. But other than that, again, just a really, really, really dope knife. I like the Sparrow Knife Company logo. And yeah, it looks shiny to me every time I see it on camera. But then in person, it's not. Or the G10 doesn't, it's matte finish, but on camera, it looks shiny to me. It's dimpled for some nice texturing. Again, just everything about it is done really well. Wouldn't mind checking out another scale option. So we'll see. Maybe over time someone will make something in fat carbon, or I don't know, even carbon fiber for this would be cool. I don't know. We shall see. But yeah, this knife, I keep saying it, it's done really well, and I dig it. So that's all, folks. That's all. Put all this stuff away. So I don't think I got much else to say. Love to hear your guys' opinion about how I did that quick overview, and then left more to left the ramblings more to the disassembly video. Is that something that you guys like? These long videos that I do, sun's coming out. I guess it's been out. These long videos that I do, the average view time of a 20-minute video ends up only being really about 6-7 minutes anyway. So I don't think that most people watch these long-winded videos. So what am I making them for if no one's watching them, right? So I'll try to do some stuff quicker. Appease you short attention span guys and gals. That's it, folks. Fenrir Kansept Collaboration, Sparrow Knives, maintenance and disassembly, tuned exactly the way I need it or like it. And that's it. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and until the next one, I will talk to you mofos later. Deuces.